Morning, children. We are talking about different types of reaction, in which we have discussed about combination reaction, the decomposition reaction, and the different types of decomposition reaction. Today we'll talk about the displacement reaction. Displacement reaction, as the name suggests, in this kind of a reaction, you will see that a more reactive element will be taking away the less reactive element from its salt solution. This is what the displacement reaction. Maybe we'll understand in a much better way with the help of this activity 1.9, which is given in the NCERT book. Now in this you see that there is a stand. With the help of stand, we have hold this test tube, and there are two test tube. We take test tube A and B. In each test tube we take 10 ml of copper sulfate solution. Now this copper sulfate solution, the formula is CuSO4. It's of blue color, as you can see in this test tube. Now what we do in this test tube, we take 2 iron nail, and this 2 iron nail with a thread we immerse it carefully in the copper sulfate solution in the test tube B, or as shown in the figure, and we keep it for 20 minutes. Now when we take out this iron nail from the copper sulfate solution, you are going to see two changes. One, the intensity of the blue color of copper sulfate solution in the test tube will change, and also the color of the iron nail will also get faded away. Something different you will see. Let us see what it will be. Now this is what the test tube B and the test tube A. The iron nail is was initially this way. After dipping it into that, we get the iron nail taken out from the copper sulfate. You would see that it develops somewhat brownish color. Initially iron has got different color. After dipping in for 20 minutes in copper sulfate, it developed the brownish color, and the blue color of the copper sulfate is get faded away. It is simple because, as I said, the reason is that iron nail, which was made to react with copper sulfate by dipping in the copper sulfate solution, this copper get removed from the copper sulfate solution, and we get the FeSO4 plus CO. And this reaction clearly shows that iron is more reactive than copper sulfate. So here a more active element has displayed a less active element from this copper sulfate solution, and we get the FeSO4 plus CO. So this is the best example of a displacement reaction. Similarly, the other examples of displacement reactions are like we got the zinc plus copper sulfate. Zinc is again more reactive than copper sulfate. So what the zinc will do, will remove the copper sulfate, will remove the copper from copper sulfate, and we get zinc sulfate plus copper. Similarly, when lead is reacted with the copper chloride, again lead is more reactive, and you would see lead is removing the copper from copper chloride, and we get lead chloride plus copper. So all this example shows that a more active element removing the less active element from its salt solution. So all these three examples which we have seen. The next comes the double displacement reaction. Now double displacement reaction, if you see the definition after that, the definition is simple here. Those reactions in which two ionic compounds in the solution, they react by exchange of their ions to form new compound called double displacement reaction. So there will be an exchange of their ions of the two compounds which we are taking up. For example, in this particular activity 1.10, you will see that there is a 3 ml of sodium sulfate Na2SO4 is taken in a test tube. As you can see in this This is what a test tube which contains the 3 ml of sodium sulfate. Similarly, in another test tube, there is again a 3 ml of barium chloride. As you can see, 3 ml of barium chloride. Now we try to mix both the solution, and we mix. When both the solution, we observe that a white substance which is insoluble in water is formed. So when you mix the sodium sulfate with the barium chloride, you will see the formation of a white substance, a kind of white precipitate is formed which is insoluble in water. And what the reaction would be, sodium sulfate in the aqueous reacts with the barium chloride, aqueous forms barium sulfate and sodium chloride. So this is a kind of double displacement where you can see sulfate of sodium get displayed by the barium from the salt solution to form sodium chloride, and barium from chloride get displayed by the sodium to form barium sulfate. So here both this exchange of ions. Now why this white precipitate is formed? This is simple because the white precipitate of sulfur, it is basically of barium sulfate which is formed in the above reaction. It is simple because the reaction of SO4 2- and barium ion which remains in the solution, that is the other. So this white sulfate is because of the formation of SO4 2- and the barium 2+, that is the SO4 2- of sodium sulfate, this one, and the barium of barium chloride, they both combine to form barium sulfate, and this barium sulfate is responsible for the formation of so-called the white precipitate, and that is what we call it double displacement reaction, because both the salts ions are involved and the other solution which is formed, that is sodium chloride, will remain in the solution, and such reaction we call it double displacement reaction, or also it is said to be the precipitation reaction. Again I'll revise both this type of reaction, that is in double displacement there is basically the two ionic compounds in the solution react by exchange of their ions to form a new compound. How it is? I have taken the example of sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Sulfate is one ion which reacts with the barium of another salt to form barium sulfate, and this barium sulfate is ultimately the white precipitate which is formed on the top of the test tube, which remains insoluble, and the sodium chloride remains in the bottom. So this double two ions which they are exchanging is said to be what? A double displacement reaction or the precipitation reaction. And there is one more example by which we can see this, where a lead 2 nitrate and potassium iodide, when they react, this is the reaction. Another example of double displacement which is important. The reaction is not given in the book. I'll just give this reaction which is there. So the formula of lead nitrate, it is PbNO3 twice, aqueous form, reacted with potassium iodide, that is Ki, and we get here PbI2 plus potassium nitrate, that is KNO3. So the precipitate is which is formed, this precipitate is of, that is lead iodide, and this will be of basically the yellow precipitate, and the other solution which we get is potassium nitrate. Again I am repeating. Another example of double displacement is the reaction of lead 2 nitrate PbNO3 plus potassium iodide Ki, 2Ki. When they react, a yellow precipitate is formed, and this yellow precipitate is of potassium iodide PbI2, which is yellow precipitate, plus potassium nitrate, that is KNO3, which is again in the aqueous form, which is deposited at the bottom, and this kind of reaction we call it a precipitation reaction. So mainly the two different kind of reaction which we have seen, that is one, displacement, a more active element or reactive element will displace a less active element from its salt solution. We have seen the example of iron nail dipped in copper sulfate. The color of copper sulfate fades away, the iron develops somewhat a kind of brownish, which shows that iron has displaced the copper from copper sulfate to form iron sulfate and copper. Similarly, zinc with CSO4, iron with copper chloride. Now we have got double displacement where the exchange of two salts and their ions have been exchanged, that is sodium sulfate with barium chloride. We get the sulfate of sodium reacts with the barium of barium chloride to form BaSO4, which is responsible for the white precipitate. Similarly, another example of the reaction of lead 2 nitrate, that is PbNO3 twice plus potassium iodide 2 Ki gives PbI2 potassium iodide plus potassium nitrate. So this yellow precipitate is a potassium iodide. This is again the example of double displacement or precipitation reaction. This is for today. Next, which I will be sending you the video of next topic. Be safe, stay safe. Thank you very much.